In the bustling town of Looneyville, sanity was a myth. The sky was perpetually polka-dotted, houses stood upside down with chimneys buried in the ground, and citizens proudly wore socks on their ears. Here, insanity wasn't just normal, it was celebrated. The mayor, Dr. Twinkletoes, governed from a treehouse, declaring every third Wednesday backward day, where residents walked on their hands and ate pudding with chopsticks. Norman Noodleman was born different. While toddlers babbled in Pig Latin, Norman asked, "Why?" His first words, "That doesn't make sense," sent his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Noodleman, into a panic. They served breakfast pancakes under the table, but Norman dared to eat at the counter. When he hung a painting right side up, the town gasped. "He's unwell," they whispered. Determined to fix Norman, his parents dragged him to Dr. Looney's clinic of curious cures. Dr. Looney, sporting a stethoscope made of licorice, diagnosed Norman with chronic sensibleness. Treatment? Juggling invisible hedgehogs while reciting the alphabet backward. Norman failed miserably. Next, Dr. Bumble's prescription parlor prescribed a diet of only blue foods, blueberry soup, indigo toast. Norman's protests were met with head shakes and extra helpings of cerulean custard. At school, Miss Fizzlewink taught that 2 + 2 equaled spaghetti. Norman's classmate, Charlie, clucked like a chicken and was praised for his avian eloquence. When Norman corrected the teacher, the class erupted in giggles. "Poor lad," sighed Miss Fizzlewink. "He thinks numbers are real." Desperate, Norman's parents took him to the Grand Institute of Nutty Neurology. The head doctor, Professor Wobblebottom, strapped him to a chair made of marshmallows and blasted polka music. "This'll shake the sanity right out," he cheered. Norman, coated in confetti, finally snapped. "Fine, I'll be insane," he yelled, donning a colander as a hat and barking at mailboxes. The town rejoiced. "He's cured," they trumpeted, parading Norman through the streets. Mayor Twinkletoes awarded him the Golden Kazoo for outstanding lunacy. Norman, now cured, found himself oddly enjoying fish currency shopping sprees and upside-down tea parties. He even invented a new trend, balancing spoons on noses. "Maybe madness isn't so bad," he mused, sipping pickled juice through a straw. Years later, Norman became Looneyville's chief of whimsy, teaching newcomers to properly greet fire hydrants. Yet, deep down, a spark of sanity lingered. When a baby uttered, "Logic is good," Norman slipped her a note. "Play along, wear socks on your ears." And with a wink, he danced off, under a rainbow that sang show tunes. In a world where everyone's mad, sometimes the sanest choice is to embrace the absurdity.